What's going on, everybody? This is Patrick from Porter's Unboxings, as you know. And today, guys, I have a little special guest because we are doing WrestleMania predictions and some sort of like potential Hall of Fame news. And guys, I want to welcome a special guest that I've had on my channel many times before, and he's always a good guy. So go subscribe to this man.
Markboy316. Yeah.
Yes. And just put it out there, Gregory Kramer, I know you're watching. I'm sorry that you couldn't make this video today. But hopefully we can make predictions down the road. So a huge shout out to Greg and Mark and Dan the Beast 94.
Yes.
So what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about the main event of the Hall of Fame?
I think the Hall of Fame Taker should have been in there by himself.
Yes. Hands down. By himself.
But I am amazed that the Steiner brothers are in, because I'm amazed Big Papa Pump actually accepted. Holy crap. That surprised the hell out of me.
I'm surprised that Nikki Bella went on Twitter to talk about she's really excited to hear what Vader has to say. Yes.
Yes.
But the main reason why I want to talk about the Hall of Fame is finally this man is getting accepted into the Hall of Fame. And no, we're not talking about Undertaker. He is a hero, but we're here to talk about another hero.
Yeah.
Shad Gaspar.
They should rename the Warrior Award the Chad Gaspar Award.
Yes, sir. Yes, they could and they should.
Yeah.
Because not to be disrespectful to Warrior, but what did he do?
That's exactly what the Warrior Award was for. Actually, last year it was a guy that worked with a company for 50 years. It was actually intended for stuff like that. That's what it's supposed to be for anyway.
So, if you guys don't know, Shad Gaspar died in 2020 due to a water current when him and his son went out to go swimming. Just a normal day. With his wife and his kid, and we didn't expect this.
No.
And guys, I've watched Shad Gaspar for years, even after he did he get released or did he quit?
I think he just quit. They just left.
Yeah. So I watched Shad Gaspar and JTG. So that actually brings up a good point. Who do you think will accept?
I'd like to see JTG because he's still active in NWA Power, so he could still actually accept it, or his son, or his wife.
Yes. So, what do you think about Vince McMahon inducting the Undertaker? Do you think that's a bad move, or do you think
should have been Kane?
Yes, it should have been the Big Red Monster, his brother himself, Kane.
Yeah. Or I can even see Mick Foley.
Yeah, I was thinking Triple H, Shawn Michaels, since he came back in the stupid match, but not that. I mean, they had two best matches, and if you don't believe me, go check out WrestleMania 25 and 26. I actually made a video of my top 10 favorite streak matches, and 26 and 25 and 26 are my top two.
25 was better than 26, but 26 had more story to it.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
But besides that, we're here to talk about the main event of.
I think everybody in the Hall of Fame deserves to be in, except for Charmel. Why is she in? What did she ever do?
She cheated to get Booker T the world title.
They've got a woman. They've got somebody who passed away. They got somebody who's retired. They've got the Warrior Award covered. They've got a tag team. So they basically have everybody. But why would you put Charmel? What?
I mean, they put the Bellas in a couple years ago, so
at least they're wrestlers.
Yeah, they're great wrestlers, but what did Brie Bella do?
Nothing. I know. Yeah,
Nothing.
I know. I know.
But guys, we're not here to talk about NXT Stand and Deliver. We're not here to talk about actually anything with the main event. It's WrestleMania weekend, guys.
Yep.
We got the Hall of Fame, and we also got NXT Takeover, which I'm not going to watch anyway.
No.
Because who actually cares about that brand anymore?
It's in the afternoon, and I'm working during that time anyway. So.
Yeah, and plus I'm at school during that time.
Like, why put it the day of WrestleMania? That's why WrestleMania should only be one night. Like, they could have had NXT today, Saturday, and have WrestleMania Sunday just one night.
Exactly. But no, we're here to talk about WrestleMania, the most stupendous 2-night event in WrestleMania history, marked by Pat McAfee. We will get to him later. My God,
it does not look like a WrestleMania card. I'm sorry to say, but holy crap! Wow.
No, this looks like it's like you're watching a 4-hour event called Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Or
I say there's one good match. Edge and AJ Styles will be a good match. Rollins and Cody if it happens, and I think that's about it. And maybe Brock and Roman because they actually unify the titles. Well, that would be cool. But the rest.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll get to this, but it looks like I'm looking at the card right now. It looks like I'm watching a 9-hour Raw and SmackDown combined.
U.S. titles on SmackDown because they're in the Battle Royal, and the Intercontinentals on SmackDown too. What the hell?
Exactly. I won't even watch SmackDown till like the Saturday morning because, hello, we have the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So let's get down to business.
All right.
We have 14 matches like last year. What the heck? Yep. And you have all this time, but you can't put the Intercontinental Championship on WrestleMania.
Or the U.S.
Yes. Or the U.S. So like, what's Finn Balor and Damien? Okay, here's something. Who's going to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on Friday?
Wow. I think something's going to happen between Priest and Balor to actually set up a match for maybe like 2 at Mania, but I have no idea even who's in it.
Me either. Okay, so the first match, I think we're just going to go top to bottom here.
All right.
Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. Do I care? No.
It's got to be Bianca Belair from what happened at SummerSlam. It has to. The story writes itself. It has to be her.
Yes. So we're going with Bianca Belair versus hold on. What's her name? I forgot her name.
Becky Lynch.
Nope, not her. The girl who looks like her. Mary Jane Watson. So it's Bianca Belair versus Mary Jane Watson. Jeez, this Christ. I hate this.
Yes.
So yes, Bianca Belair for the win. And then we have one of 3 celebrity matches. Jeez. Okay, so this should really be called Celebrity Mania. I mean, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio can't even wrestle. I'm sorry, but he really can't.
No.
Versus The Miz and Logan Paul. This is the 3rd time, I think, like the 3rd time Logan Paul's been on. But first of all, guys, where is Jake Paul? I mean, for real. I mean, Logan Paul has got more TV time than Jake.
Yeah.
So
I think the Mysterios are gonna actually win it, because just to have that WrestleMania moment, father and son winning at Mania, because last year they were on SmackDown, they never got on the card. So
yeah,
I think the Mysterios are gonna take the win.
And this is payback. Oh yeah, okay. So you know how the Miz said to Dominic, "You look like Guerrero's son."
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna come out in the lowrider?
Ooh.
This is a long shot.
Would they actually do that though? Wow.
Yes. And then we have another stupid match that I might not even care about. Drew McIntyre with the sword versus Happy Corbin. Drew McIntyre's going to slice through the competition.
That just happened on Raw. He beat both of them on Raw. Why would you even show that on Raw? What? And then he's facing him at Mania.
But they never used the sword.
No.
That's the thing. Why then bring the sword to TV?
True.
So I'm picking Drew McIntyre again.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too.
This
I can't see Corbin winning that. Because there is dissension between Madcap and Corbin, so I think they're gonna frig up and something's gonna happen.
So the next match, you know what shirt I'm gonna wear for Mania. Everybody knows this. I'm not a mark, but I'm wearing the Bloodline shirt.
There you go.
No one can put me against Roman Reigns against anybody, because he literally beat everybody on Raw and SmackDown. So the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I'm picking those because Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs, I like them. I like them to death. I mean, I saw them live in January with Pat McAfee on the table just dancing. But they're just a comedy act.
Yeah. Usos win. Should retain. I can't see them losing.
Then the New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland, with Pete Dunne, a.k.a. Butch.
Butch.
Why?
I'm going with the New Day because of what happened to Big E. I think they're gonna give the New Day the field goal to win, just to make kind of Big E happy.
And I see they dropped King Xavier Woods and just changed it to Xavier Woods.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That didn't last long.
We are going to come to this match next. No, I mean last.
Okay.
I'll forget. Okay, so I'm picking the New Day, but I am gonna skip this match for a minute.
All right.
And we're going right to Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey.
Wow.
Do I care about this match? No. I don't even care about the women on this pay-per-view.
No.
Because all their matches suck. We've seen them.
I'm going to say Ronda, because I don't think the Women's Rumble winner has won the title at Mania in the last couple of times. So I'm going to say Ronda wins it, but
I think
could go either way.
Didn't she?
Yeah, Ronda won the Rumble.
Yeah, but did Bianca win the Rumble?
Oh, yeah, and she beat Sasha. Right. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So that happened. But yeah, I'm still going to go with Ronda.
Yeah, I'm going with Ronda, even though I might get hate for that, but I don't care. I don't like either of them.
No. They push Charlotte way too much.
Next match is the third women's match on this card. I swear to Queen Selena, Malachi Black's wife, and Carmella, I don't care, versus Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler, who can't even win a title when she had thousands of opportunities with Becky.
Ooh,
Fatal 4-way for the women's tag team championships.
Yeah, why even put that on the pre-show?
Yeah, exactly. You have a 2-hour pre-show. You can put on this 1-hour match.
Yeah, I think it's at 9:00 in WrestleMania, and the pre-shows are from 8 to 9, something like that.
Yeah. So I always say that Liv Morgan should have won the Rumble.
Yeah.
But
Or
I
the
guess
Chamber.
now, yes, or the Chamber. But I'm going with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I mean, I like Liv Morgan, but I don't. I mean, she's a great wrestler, but if she can't win the real singles title, I think she can win the tag team titles. And Rhea Ripley just needs to go back to a single star.
Yeah, and I'm gonna first one that we disagree on. I think I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks and Naomi because Banks has never won at a WrestleMania. She's 0-6.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna switch my pick.
It's about time they give her something at Mania, for Christ's sakes. At least try to win something.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to the other celebrity match. I think I'm gonna like this match a little bit better. Johnny Knoxville, the star of Jackass, which he's literally being a jackass, versus Sami Zayn, who's a literal jackass. So
I am so glad it's not for the IC title. I am glad they changed that quick. That was good.
I think this match should have just been called Jackass match.
Is it anything goes match too? So I'm expecting Jackass stunts. So,
do you think that the cast of Jackass Forever will get involved?
yes, because it's anything goes, obviously, yes. And I imagine some stunts. I still say Zayn's going to pick up the win because I can't see Knoxville getting the win.
This is going to flip you, but I'm going for Johnny.
Oh, nice.
Just because my brother is a fan of the movies, and I actually want to see a celebrity not named Logan Paul to win.
Yeah, out of all the celebrities, he could be the most likely one to win is Knoxville. Yes, I agree with that.
And also, the next match, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. I'm going with Pat McAfee on this one.
Me too, because he had such a good matches in NXT with Adam Cole. That was great. I think he's gonna beat, unless Shane McMahon comes out and does something, or Vince comes out and does something. But I think McAfee's gonna win.
I just can't see this match going either way. Like, I can't see this match going any other way because Austin Theory is terrible.
Yes.
And, he's just ripping off Tyler Breeze.
Yeah. With the selfie stuff. Yeah.
So, next match. Yeah, so we're both picking Pat to win. Okay, great.
I'm going with Pat McAfee. Yep.
And maybe Michael Cole will help him get the win. We don't know.
That's true.
We're going with RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy.
Wow.
Thank you. I'm finally in a match for WrestleMania.
They had a banger of a match on Raw a couple of weeks ago. The triple threat match was awesome. And this is a hard one, actually. I know RK Bro just won the titles back, but how long have the Street Profits not been tag champs? Quite a while. I'm actually going to go with the Street Profits because I think Riddle and Orton are going to turn on each other.
See, that's what I thought. If they had the tag team title match at the Royal Rumble, that Randy Orton and Riddle would beat up each other, but of course that didn't happen. Yeah, so I'm not going actually with RK Bro as well. I'm going with the Street Profits, but as you all know, I hate the Street Profits, but I think it's time because Orton said he was in an article. Orton was going to retire at 50, and he's like, what is he like 46?
He's got to be getting up there. He's got to be 44, 45. He's going to be getting up there.
So I'm going. I mean, in my heart, I'm going for RK Bro, but in my mind, I'm going for Street Profits because it's not going to win.
I want to see actually Riddle though be the one turning on Orton instead of Orton turning on Riddle. I actually want to see Riddle turn.
Yes, because I want Orton to stay a face.
Yeah.
Just for once.
Because he's been healed so many times. Yeah.
Yes, with Edge, with Triple H. I mean, I believe like the last time he's actually like turned on somebody, not counting like the modern day, like with Bray Wyatt and all that, but like in 2004, like he was like the best babyface.
Yeah.
But like now he's like, okay, I'm gonna say the F word on TV, friend. I swear to God, I thought it was the other F word. I swear.
Oh.
We're going to probably one of the best matches on the card here. A match we've been waiting for all this time since this man returned in 2020. We're talking about Edge versus AJ Styles.
Wow.
What are your thoughts? Because I actually want to hear your thoughts on this.
This is actually going to be a tough one to decide. But I know Edge has won his last couple of feuds. He beat Rollins, and he won that big Hell in a Cell. I think for this time it's going to be, wow. I like to see Edge win it, but I'm going to go AJ Styles just because I don't think he's won at Mania. Did he win last year with Almost?
Yeah. I have no idea.
I think he did. He retained the titles with Almost, and I don't think he's won a singles match at Mania in a long time, so I'm going to go with AJ Styles. But I like to see Edge win it too. It's a tough one.
Because didn't he win? Okay, hold on. WrestleMania 33 with Shane. I think the last time he actually won a singles match, let's see, was at 33 against Shane.
Yeah, wow.
And then, let's see, 34.
I think he beat Nakamura at 35.
No, he beat Nakamura at 34.
34, all right.
At 35, I think we have this all wrong.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, he's actually won at Mania for the last couple of times.
All right. But I'm still going to go with Edge.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go with AJ. Sorry, AJ.
Yeah, AJ. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to go because Edge has been doing a bunch of good stuff while the heel, but I'm still mad at WWE for one thing.
What's that?
Changing his theme song.
It's the same band, but it's not the same song, yeah.
Exactly.
Nah.
But this match is going to be a banger. I think this is going to be one of the Night Stealer. And this is all going to go on night 2, by the way, we're talking about right now. Yeah. But I'm going with Edge.
It's going to be a good one either way. Whoever wins, it's going to be a good match.
Yes. But now we are at the point where life doesn't care. We're going with Bobby Lashley versus the 26-year-old, I think, of Omos. What in the world is this?
Don't make Lashley lose. Don't make Lashley lose. Don't make Lashley lose. Lashley should win this match.
I don't care. Okay, I'm picking Lashley. But
a former WWE champion. He came back sooner than everybody expected. Why did he have to lose this title at the Chamber to Brock? That made no sense. And he's back at Mania, so that made no sense. Lashley should win. Just coming back off of an injury.
Now, I don't think he is going to wrestle, but we're going back to the New Day match real quick. Do you think Big E will come out with the New Day?
Probably. He might. I don't know if he made the trip. I have no idea. Probably.
Okay. I'm going with Lashley too. But now we're at the point where everything could go out the window here. We're talking about Seth Rollins versus to be announced.
Yes, and I heard today that it could be Shane McMahon's music hits. Vince comes out and says, "Sorry, Shane, it's not you. It's Cody Rhodes." Or he'll face Shane on night 1 and he'll face Cody on night 2.
Yes. So Mr. McMahon will announce Rollins' opponent on the night of the event. And before we get to the main event, but we still have to talk about one more thing after we talk about the Seth match, because we didn't forget, it's just not on the card. Yeah. But I also think that Cody Rhodes is going to come.
And why would you save him for the Monday night after WrestleMania? That makes no sense. Have him at Mania, for God's sakes. Have at least a surprise at Mania. Even if it's a swerve, have Cody Rhodes appear.
Or we could just do Cody Rhodes versus Veer on the night after WrestleMania.
Jesus. Veer.
Oh, God. Okay, so, I mean, do you think it's going to be Shane or Cody? I mean...
Like, remember the year they had the Hardy Boys? The New Day came out. We thought it could be the New Day in the ladder match. Ended up being the Hardys. Vince likes stuff like that. I can just see him say, "Here's the son of a promoter and his father was a great promoter." And they're all thinking, "Oh, they're talking about Dusty Rhodes." Nope, he's talking about Vince. And Shane comes out and he says, "Wait a minute, Shane, it's not you. It's Cody Rhodes."
Or they could just swerve us all. Remember that draft pick that he's never shown up?
True.
Gable
Stevenson. Yeah, I've heard that name bantered around too. Yeah.
Just come to Raw. I mean, for real. You keep winning his championships, and then you're saying on the microphone, "I'm coming to Raw."
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's Cody Rhodes, I'm going with Cody. Obviously, he ain't gonna lose this match. Obviously.
No, of course not. So yeah, whoever comes out, we're picking them. We're not picking Seth Rollins. But if I had to choose someone to come out, of course it's Cody. Because why would he just leave AEW?
He no longer had the VP power. Tony Khan is running everything, and I guess he was offered a lot more money. And apparently Vince wants the entire AEW presentation, music and everything for Cody, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He wants everything. He wants everything to come out. He wants everything. He wants the music. He wants American Nightmare. He wants the whole presentation just to say, "Haha, we got a VP from the other company." So.
But do you think that, like, Triple H is backstage? Like, do you think this is going to come up? "You destroyed my chair on national TV on AEW Dynamite."
I think that's why Cody Rhodes did it, though. He likes Triple H deep down. He's actually a big fan of Triple H. Yeah.
So we're going to pick to be announced versus Seth Rollins. We're not picking Rollins. But now, not really the big talking point, but a talking point. The KO show.
Yes.
With Stone Cold Steve Austin.
My favorite wrestler with the name, because that's the name of my channel, 316. That is my favorite wrestler. If it's a segment, I hope Austin stuns him. I hope he still looks in good shape. And if it's a match, I hope Austin wins. He can have a brawl with Owens. It's the one guy he can actually have a brawl with, hit the Luthez press, hit a few stunners. He can actually have a decent little match with him.
Yes. Now, do you think, since the KO show is on night 1, do you think they're going to set up a match for night 2?
That all depends on the Cody Rhodes thing. If Cody Rhodes appears on the same night, on night 1, would you have Cody Rhodes and Austin on the same night, or would you split that up?
Yes. So, if he's not going to be doing a match, I'm going to say he smacks some beers with Kevin Owens, he drinks him down, and then he he kicks him in the gut and stunners him.
There are two ways it can happen. That Austin's gonna have a nice little brawl with him, and Austin's gonna go on top, or it's gonna have a little match. Austin's gonna win, or the third possibility, always just completely destroys the holy hell out of Austin and makes his name off of Austin.
I mean, I love the shirt they came out with KO, I think like 5 or 6, and had Stone Cold's name on it, like Stone Cold's face. I love that.
When that music hit on Raw and everybody went crazy, I said, "Oh my God, Stone Cold! Holy crap!" It even got me for once. Jesus,
yeah,
crap.
Yeah, me too, man. So now we're talking about the main event of the evening.
Wow.
Hopefully, they don't screw this up, but they could. We're talking about Cowboy Brock Lesnar versus the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, WWE champion Cowboy Brock versus tribal chief, Universal champion Roman Reigns with the surprise inject, the council, Paul Heyman.
Now, if Brock is into the match and he's actually up for it, and he can do like he did with Bryan and AJ Styles, and he's not just suplex F5, and he's actually up for the match, it could be a good match.
Winner take all to unify the WWE Championship and Universal Championship, just to get a dumb belt on Monday Night Raw.
But it's about time they do that they unify the belt. They shouldn't have 2 world champions. They shouldn't have 2 women's champions, and they shouldn't have 2 tag champions. Dear God.
Dear God. But as I said, no one can beat Roman. So on Friday, wearing the Undertaker Hall of Fame shirt, just to be in respect, but then that goes all out the window on Sunday because I'm cheering for my boys.
Going with Roman Reigns for the simple fact that if they actually push Cody Rhodes correctly, that could be the next person for Roman Reigns to fight Cody Rhodes for the title, and Rhodes might actually beat him. Can you imagine that?
I actually could.
Could you imagine that?
So
Brock doesn't need the title. Brock doesn't need another title. He's just gonna probably go home after a while anyway. So make Cody Rhodes win it or somebody else,
and go back to the farm and milk the cows.
Yes,
but I actually want to spend some time talking about this match. So, what are your thoughts on the new face Brock Lesnar?
It's a change. It's not. It adds a little different dynamic to the match. It's not the same old Brock heel, Roman face from last time. This time the roles are reversed, and with the Heyman thing, kind of interesting too. What will Heyman do? What will he try to do?
I'm always saying this: Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns is easy. All you have to do is put Paul Heyman in a shark cage, and the winner of the match gets the championships and the services of Paul Heyman.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah. Or gets 5 minutes with Paul Heyman at the end of the match or something.
Yeah. But like from like WrestleMania, like 31? This match writes itself. Yeah. Just put Paul Heyman in a shark cage or Paul Heyman on a pole.
Or handcuff him at ringside or do something like.
I mean, the story doesn't have to be all about Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
I'll see it if I believe it. I'll see it when I believe it if they actually unify the title. That'll be the first thing. I want to see if they actually unify the title.
Do you think it's just going to be another stupid belt? Or do you think it's actually going to be creative?
I hope they actually create a title, and I hope they don't do the same they did with the women's. Like, give somebody one and give somebody the other one. I hate that. I hope they don't do that. Like,
do you think they'll actually change the belt? Like,
yes, I think.
Or do you think they're just going to put WWE World Universal Heavyweight Championship.
Or just call undisputed title.
Or you could just bring back the undisputed title from 2002, but now they're not going to do that. And they're never going to bring back this.
No, the World Heavyweight title, no.
But that's just gone from existence. And plus, I never had that documentary, but I do want to get it. But I also heard they lied on it.
Yes. About the lineage of the belt and who had it when, and yeah.
But we're both going for Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you count this guy out? He is the longest reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion of all time. 576 days.
Wow.
You can't count him out. Because he surpassed Brock Lesnar a long time ago with 504.
I just wish he had the actual WWE title, because that's actually the most important title. That's the actual title the company was built on. I hate that Universal title as a main title. I just hate that.
And plus, I also hate it that they turned it blue and then red again and then blue again.
Yeah, just have the WWE title as your main title.
Or you could just have this back.
Yes. Oh God, there's been the one.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this card? I mean, I want you to give it like a rating.
As an actual WrestleMania card, this looks like a 4 out of 10 for me. Not a WrestleMania worthy card at all.
No. I mean, it's like a 4 or 5 for me.
Like Becky and Bianca has the potential to be good. They actually touched on Raw for the first time. I don't know how long she cut Becky's hair, so they actually touched. But that could be half decent. At least Bianca win the title. Roman and Brock should be good if Brock is up to it. And Edge and
AJ Styles
should be good, and Rollins and obviously Cody Rhodes. Those are probably the 4 things and the Austin thing I'm looking forward to. So about 5 things on the card. The other women's title I could give a flying,
5 out of 14. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I mean, this card sucks.
And he's facing Garza and Roberto Carrillo for the IC title on SmackDown. Come on, put that on WrestleMania. And the idiot loses to Austin Theory in 2 minutes on Raw, and he's the champion.
Exactly.
Like, really.
I mean, as you said, I'm glad that Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn is not for the title. But like, really, you had Austin Theory just win against the new IC champion. So I believe Ricochet is going to lose
in the triple threat. Wow.
But like I said, anything could happen. Vince McMahon could tear his quads again.
And for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I'll pick Damian Priest. He'll last eliminate Finn Balor, and that'll set up a match on probably the night after Raw, on Raw for the U.S. title. I think that's what's going to happen.
I mean, I swear to God, I think the WrestleMania 33 I just watched a couple days ago, and they put the IC championship with Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin on the pre-show. God, WWE doesn't care about the
last good IC title match that was on WrestleMania was the triple threat between Balor, Rollins, and Miz. Yeah, that was the last good IC title match.
But I also think that they should scrap the Friday night Intercontinental Championship and put 7 guys in a ring, put the IC Championship up, and call it
match. Yeah,
and call it the Razor Ramon Memorial match.
That would be cool.
I mean, I swear to God, it rates itself. WrestleMania 2010, Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels was one of his best matches. And now that he's passed away, I mean, you have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
You can have a Razor Ramon ladder match.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
I just hate the fact that a lot of people say Shawn Michaels had a match with a ladder. Excuse me, it took two people to tango. Like, it took two people for that match. Come on. Razor did pull his own weight there. Razor did well. He was one of the all-time greats. He never had to win the title, but I think he should have at least won the title somewhere. The world title at some point.
And guys, if you don't know, I mean, if you're a wrestling fan, you already know, but we lost Scott Hall at 63.
Yeah.
He went in for hip surgery, came out with 3 heart attacks.
Jeez.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Scott Hall, and I'm trying not to tear up here, but I didn't really watch most of his matches, but I watched plenty of them.
Living Life on the Razor's Edge is a great Blu-ray, great documentary, and highly recommend it. Razor never had any bad matches that I can think of. He was always a great worker. He was always there to build the next guy for the champion. Awesome. Oh, Razor was awesome.
I mean, he can have a match, and it wouldn't disappoint.
Go watch SummerSlam 95, the ladder match with Michaels. Go watch WrestleMania 10. Go watch Brett and Razor from 93 Royal Rumble. Go watch Razor and Sting from Uncensored 98. I thought that was a good match too. Any match Razor was in, awesome. He never had a bad match in my opinion.
And when we heard that news from Kevin Nash, and like it really like threw me for a loop on the Monday night, right? Like 3 minutes before Raw, he was okay. And then when we saw the tribute, saying, wait, he died? We didn't
he was on life support. They had to pull. They had no choice but to pull the plug. And wow.
Yeah, I mean, he survived for a good 5 hours, and then like, oh my God, I'm actually tearing up right now.
By the grace of God, one hell of a person, DDP, actually saved him. I think he would have been gone a long time before that. It's sad to say. I think he would have been gone sooner if it hadn't been for DDP because he was in rough shape at that point.
Oh yeah, completely. You are completely right.
Like, I'm amazed he made it past 53 instead of 63. I'm amazed he actually got it to 63.
I mean, you can see like wrestlers dying young. I mean, I just watched Roddy Piper in 2009, guest host of Monday Night Raw, and he went on a podcast like a couple months before he died. He said, "Guys, I'm not making it to 60.
Jeez.
I'm not making it."
2015 or 2014? I think he died in the same year as Dusty Rhodes. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I'm not making it to 50, and they were right.
Yeah. I am amazed to this day that Jake the Snake Roberts and Ric Flair are still alive. And Hogan, for that matter. Holy crap.
I mean, if you've never seen the Ric Flair document 30 for 30, I mean, you should go see it, first of all.
Right.
But I think the most key point in that doc is when he goes to that psychologist and saying, like, how much do you drink? I drank 7 beers and 5 cocktails a day.
Wow.
So how long do you do that?
Yeah.
I do that for 365 days a year. I started in 72 when it's 89.
Jesus Christ.
The math, almost 20 years. Like, how in the world are you not dead?
Well, Scott Hall, same thing. He was drinking vodka for breakfast, for God's sakes. Like,
yeah. I mean, not to be disrespectful to Flair, but your liver has to be like a shape of a peanut.
Yep.
You are.
Like I said, I'm amazed he's still alive.
You are like dead inside, but you're not dead on the out. Which I say, like, prayers to you, but like, come on.
And how the hell is Terry Funk still alive? Jesus.
I'm still trying to figure out how, like, Taker is like still alive after he had like 32 surgeries.
Jesus Christ. And kept going.
Yeah, and kept going and like saying like, and like that's sort of like Vince's fault, by the way.
True. I'll agree with that.
Because as he said on his documentary, he said, "Guys, I am officially retired, but wait, if Vince needs me, I'm there."
He was very loyal to Vince and always had a great relationship with Vince, and he'd do anything for Vince. That's why he never jumped ship. He never went anywhere else.
Yeah, and it's like saying like the same thing with John Cena. Like, well, not now, but like he's saying like he said like in 2015, he said in a promo, he said everyone jumps ship and saying, "See ya, Vince, I'm gonna go play football with Brock Lesnar." And then he's saying like, I'm still here, Taker's still here.
Yeah.
And I'm like saying like, how are you not dead yet? What, like there, like you said, Mark, there's a ton of wrestlers that should be dead at this point.
Who's left in the company from the Ruthless Aggression era? Sheldon Benjamin,
Randy Orton,
Edge.
I
don't think we can reach 10.
No.
Wow. Holy crap.
I wanted to say, oh wait, like, I mean, I would say Taker, but like
he's officially retired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can understand people from the 80s and 90s. I can understand people from the Attitude Era no longer there, but from the Ruthless Aggression, holy crap, there's not that many people left.
Lita was still there.
Yeah. Came back for a match or two. Yeah. But as a full-time competitor, not too many people left in the Ruthless Aggression.
No. Oh, and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, right, true.
But can't forget that many. Yeah, but but still, like, there's nobody left.
Wow.
And it's not like Guerrero. I mean, he died at 38. I mean, like, a bunch of people are dying, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's why
not an easy life on the road. It's a hard life on the road.
Yes, and on your like family and heart. I mean, for real. But
like I know it's not 365 days a year like Flair used to be. It's not that anymore. It's maybe 200 something, but still, it's a lot of time on the road.
I mean, like, you have to think of your kids first of all. Like Charlotte. I mean,
yeah.
Imagine if like, oh wait, yeah, he already left Charlotte because he left WWE. But like saying like. But like I also like say about like Chris Jericho and AEW. I mean, did you see the match he had with Nick
Gage? Yeah.
Yeah, Gage. I mean, pizza cutter to the face, glass.
And then they had a Pizza Hut advertisement during the match.
Dominoes. Yeah, I mean and like Sting and stuff. I mean, I didn't see Revolution, but I heard he was in the crowd and he went through like 5 tables. I mean, This guy's 63 for goodness sakes.
But they're actually doing it right with Sting. I like how they're booking him. I like how they're doing it. For 63, that man can still go.
Yeah. Yes, that man can still go. But guys, we got a little bit off track, but this has been WrestleMania 38 predictions. Yeah. And as I said in the beginning, WrestleMania 38 predictions, Hall of Fame, and a little talking at the end about stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know what stuff we would talk about, but we talked about how wrestlers are dying young, and it's sad.
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to name his name, but you guys know who he is. He's a great wrestler, and he did something.
He won the 2004 Royal Rumble.
Oh my gosh, you actually guessed it right.
Yes. The man with no name, the Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ghost with no name. I mean, he wrote diaries to Eddie. I mean, they said it best in A Dark Side of the Ring. Okay, I'm just gonna name him Chris Benoit because I think everyone knows who this guy is. I mean, I think the most reasons why people are dying, besides Guerrero, because he actually had a real thing, but with the heart attack, I'm not saying that's ideal, but with the CTE,
Yeah.
I think people are dying often because of that. I mean, with Scott Hall, do you think he had it?
He could have. That's usually has to do. That's a lot of results of a lot of moves to the head and a lot of chair shots to the head, and that's why you don't see any chair shots anymore. That's the one way to crack down on CTE.
I mean, you can. I mean, I saw a bunch. Like, do you guys remember the chair shot in 04 with JBL and Guerrero?
Judgment Day 04, yes. Holy crap.
Yes. He nicked an artery, and that's what started Guerrero's downspill.
Eddie needed a blood transfusion.
Yes, sir, he did. Now, do you think that was like real blood, or do you think he says, "Oh, okay, ref, it's time for me to bleed. Give me your fingernail"?
I think he was open the hard way. I think it wasn't supposed to, or if he wasn't supposed to bleed that much.
Yeah. But I also think that Guerrero and JBL was a great feud.
Yes.
I think that pour more blood and sweat. Now, you saying people saying oh, wrestling is like, there's no blood or sweat or tears. No.
Bull.
No, doofus. You go watch the Guerrero versus JBL match and tell me that's not blood, sweat, and tears for first off his family and fans. But
whenever you see blood in wrestling, it's not ketchup, it's not movie blood, it's actual blood. I don't know if once in a while they've said that wrestlers have put capsules in their mouth and bled from the mouth with using capsules. It's happened every once in a while, but the one on the foreheads, that's always been real blood. It's never been fake blood.
Yes. But like Guerrero, JBL had a great feud in 04. Randy Orton and Mick Foley. Yeah. Now, do you think that match is great?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think that was real blood in 04?
Damn right.
Because no one can do thumbtacks like Mick Foley. That's why I'm saying this. Vince McMahon does not need to induct Undertaker. There's one guy. Well, two guys. Vince and Mick Foley. Because you know that Vince McMahon is going to talk about the Hell in a Cell match in 1998.
King of the Ring, yeah.
That's why Mick Foley needs to be in the crowd and say, "Oh, Mick Foley, raise your hand, please, because you're going to come up here and talk about your match that puts you on the map, first of all." Oh, my God, he's dead.
As God is my witness, he's broken in half.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But yes, Taker has had some great rivalries over the years. Okay, to end off this, what is your favorite Undertaker match and feud?
Ooh. Wow. My favorite match obviously will be the one with Michaels at 25. But the greatest feud, him and Mick Foley. They had so many great matches. I'm going to go with him and Foley.
Yep.
96 King of the Ring, 96 Survivor Series. They had Buried Alive. They had the Boiler Room Brawl. They had Hell in a Cell. They've always had good matches.
Me too, man. I'm going to pick that because you can never, because Undertaker hasn't had that many, like, he's had many rivalries, but the rivalries now are like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But back in the day, he's had some like 3-month feuds. So, yes, I'm going with my favorite match, Shawn Michaels, 25. Yeah. And Mick Foley or Kane?
Kane. That would be the second one. But...
And now, guys, this has been WrestleMania 38 predictions, talking about the Hall of Fame and talking about wrestlers dying young, which is very sad. I don't know who is going to die next, but we want to give our love and thanks to the Warrior Award recipient, Shad Gaspar.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace, sir. And Scott Hall, rest in peace, too.
Yes, Scott Hall and Razor Ramon. Wait, crap. Scott Hall and Shad Gaspar, rest in peace. Yeah. And we hope to see JTG on for the Hall of Fame. And I hope to see, which is a long shot, but WWE 24 of WrestleMania 36. WrestleMania 38.
We got the Rumble. I think we're getting Elimination Chamber.
Oh, God.
I'm not sure if we're getting WrestleMania on Blu-ray or not, but...
yes, we are.
Oh, nice.
We are getting it on Blu-ray.
Fantastic. That's great.
Now, to officially end off this thing, do you think we're getting a Hall of Fame on Blu-ray? Or...
That's going to be a digital code like it used to back in the day, I think.
Yeah. Which we will be using, so we're not going to give those away, because why would we give them away? Because of Taker. I mean, nobody in their bright mind. But rest in peace to Shad. Rest in peace to Scott Hall. And we hope to see JTG, like I said. So, this has been a great video, but also a pretty sad one. But this has been Patrick from Porters Unboxings.
Markboy316.
And just have a very safe WrestleMania weekend and enjoy the show. This has been Patrick from Porters Unboxings, Markboy316, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.